A drone can cost thousands, but one cheap net can ruin its flight. That sounds too simple for modern warfare. The drone may have cameras, sensors, stabilisation, navigation, and software. But none of that matters if the part keeping it in the air gets physically caught. A small drone does not stay in the air because it is intelligent. It stays in the air because fast rotors push air in a controlled pattern. Each rotor is part of a balance system. The drone is constantly correcting itself. One rotor speeds up, another slows down, the body tilts. The software adjusts. That correction loop can be very advanced. But the rotor still has to move cleanly. If the rotor path is blocked, tangled, or disrupted, the software has a physical problem it cannot solve with code alone. This is why the net is dangerous. It does not need a radar. It does not need a battery. It does not need to identify the drone model. It does not need to defeat encryption, jam a signal, or confuse a camera. Its job is much simpler. It waits in the physical path of the machine. If the drone touches it in the wrong way, the problem moves from digital to mechanical. The expensive part of the drone can keep working. The camera can still record. The processor can still calculate. The sensors can still measure. But the flight system is now fighting fabric, tension, drag, and a fouled moving part. The key moment is contact, not a dramatic explosion, not a missile impact, not a software failure. A net strand enters the rotor path. The rotor catches it. The spinning blade is no longer moving through clean air. It is now pulling against an obstacle. That can create drag. It can slow the rotor. It can pull the drone off balance. It can make lift uneven across the aircraft. And once lift becomes uneven, the drone has to correct faster than the physical failure is developing. This is the part that makes the trap easy to misunderstand. The drone has not necessarily been outsmarted. Its sensors may still know what is happening. Its camera may still see the world. Its processor may still send correction commands. But the aircraft can only obey those commands if the physical parts still respond. A flight computer cannot create clean lift from a rotor that is caught. It can command more power. It can attempt to stabilize. It can shift load to other rotors. But if the obstruction remains, the machine is solving the wrong kind of problem. The failure is no longer information. The failure is movement. That is the cost trap. The net does not have to cost more than the drone. It does not have to be smarter than the drone. It does not have to match the drone's electronics. It only has to attack a point where expensive technology depends on simple physics. This is why low-cost obstacles keep returning to modern battlefields. Not because they are perfect, not because they stop every platform, but because they can force expensive systems into cheap physical problems. A drone may be advanced in how it sees, advanced in how it navigates, advanced in how it communicates. But when it flies close to obstacles, it still has to move through the real world. This does not mean nets stop every drone. That would be the wrong lesson. A larger aircraft, a faster platform, a hardened design, or a drone flying outside the obstacle's reach creates a different problem. A net is not magic. It is not universal defense. It is a physical countermeasure that matters under specific conditions. The useful lesson is narrower and more important. Some drones are not defeated by attacking their intelligence. They are defeated by attacking their movement. That distinction matters because it keeps the analysis grounded. This creates a pressure cycle. As small drones become more common, defenders search for cheaper ways to reduce their value. The drone side improves sensors, autonomy, and control. The defense side looks for weak points that do not require equal technology. A cheap obstacle will not replace advanced air defense. It will not replace electronic warfare. It will not replace detection systems, but it can change the local cost equation. If the attacker uses a valuable drone for a low-level task, and the defender can force that drone into a cheap physical hazard, the economics begin to shift. That is why the battlefield does not move in one direction only. High technology creates new advantages. Then simple counters search for the physical assumptions underneath those advantages. The net is not impressive because it is advanced. It is impressive because it attacks the part of the system that advanced features still depend on. The drone's camera can be clear. Its software can be fast. Its sensors can be active. Its operator can still be connected. But if the rotor path is fouled, the machine has a basic flight problem. That is the contradiction. Modern drones can be complex systems, but their survival can still depend on a small moving part staying free. The net did not beat the computer. It fouled the machine. And somewhere right now, an expensive drone is about to meet a very cheap problem. Next, we look at the opposite kind of trap. When the system does not touch you at all, it listens,